Hi Libra, it's Michelle from The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for coming to my channel here. So what we're going to do is do a read for the second half of April. It's going to be you and who, and that who could be a friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing, a person of interest that you might have on your mind, right? It even could be one side of a situation or another. And even if love is not on the brain, it could just be one side of a situation or another. So, yeah, so we're going to see what wants to come in store for you. So, this will be a general read. So if you're looking for a personal read that taps into your own personal energies, go to theguidedintuitive.com up here or in my description box below. All right. I do want to thank all of you that have been ordering the discovery sessions as well as the Beyond the Reads. I do appreciate that. The discovery session is specifically for those who are really looking for some sort of direction in terms of their life purpose. You might know where you want to go, and you might be at a certain point, need some sort of plan, strategy, motivation, maybe some of the tactics in order to get you there, as well as the inspiration, clarity, and the accountability. Then you definitely want to check up here a discovery session. Now, it's not a guiding session for you. You know, that would actually be, you know, maybe a read, or it could be a coaching session of some sort, but this is actually to make a recommendation to see where you're at and then let you know maybe perhaps what type of programs could be best for you as it pertains to your own personal situation. So that's what I want you to know and be aware of, especially because what I do is I combine my soul side, which is the guided intuitive, with my strategy side, which is a consulting marketing firm that I have on the other side of my business that I focus on and do consulting work. But it strictly involves strategy. And what I do is I marry the strategy with the soul and I bring it together. Okay. And that's how I work with my clients. So if that resonates with you, then you might, and you're looking for your life's purpose, you're looking forward to start that business and to actually move perhaps a side hustle into a positive business moving forward. And you really want to be a lot more clear in terms of your life purpose and your soul's journey, then you definitely want to book a discovery session up there. And again, it's complimentary and it'll give us some time together to make a recommendation. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into this. All right. So let's do this right now. Let's see where you are at right now. Where you are at, Libra, right now. Let's see where you're at. Okay. Let's see what wants to come through here for you. Oh boy. My computer screen just started. Okay, cool. Okay. Wow. Started duplicating some pages. Kind of scared me. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see where you're at right now. Where is it? Wow. This is interesting. Oh my gosh, Libra. There is an ending of some sort. This is called death and rebirth. So there is some sort of ending that has come into play for you in perhaps a relationship or a situation. How interesting. Gosh, guys. You know, and these are cards I don't typically use. These are new cards I've been using over the last maybe 4 weeks or so. I mean, I haven't seen this card come out yet either. So very interesting. So there is an ending of something that allows for a brand new rebirth. So you're going through some sort of rebirth at this particular time. And it's like this brand new page, this new vision. It's like a new page. It's like nature. It's kind of looking outside into nature and saying, okay, I've gone this rebirth. What's next? You know, what's next? So we're going to take a look at what this is. How interesting is that? Wow. Okay, let's take a look at some more cards to tell us a little bit more of the story here and see what's happening. Two of Pentacles. So maybe previously that you were balancing a couple things, either two projects, two scenarios, two people. And what's happened is that one of them, obviously you've made a choice. So one of them had to come to an end. And that's what I see here for you here. So the Two of Pentacles, twos talk about duality, and that's just about adapting now to the new change, to that rebirth that's happening right now with this fresh new vision. So that's exactly what I see here. Now, it could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, some sort of earth energy, or you're just taking that on yourself. So it could have been that, again, you had two, you know, obviously two choices, and obviously one you got rid of, and then I gotta be careful with that. One you got rid of. One you got rid of, and then the other one, you know, obviously is transformed, right? The relationship's transformed. So let's see what else from this Two of Pentacles, what wants to come up, because you were kind of doing that duality thing. King of Swords. So, wow. Now, this could be you taking on the King of Swords and actually within this energy, cutting out and being intellectual about what is working and what won't work. So being very clear thinking and intellectual as it relates to a relationship or relates to a situation. You are really using the mind for this, okay, is what I see. So, you know, again, that is why there has to been, you know, something came to an end. But I always say that nothing ever really comes to an end. It just transforms. So it's almost as if there's some sort of rebirth that has come into play. And that's what I feel for you here. So this is interesting. Yeah, let's keep it going and see what the King of Swords is, because that's your energy right there, feeling very intellectual within the mind right now. You're kind of in your head as it pertains to a relationship or situation. Now, even though that there is some illusion, you know, it's kind of, you're trying to be intellectual about something that is emotional, right? And I really feel that deep down that regardless that it's going to come to light, because this is the moon card here. And the interesting thing about this is we just finished a full moon last night that was in Libra, right? And I felt that it's like the moon could try to hide this, but the moon's, what's happening is that it can't hide it any longer, that it's coming to light. So I really feel that something's going to come out, whether it's going to be your emotions of some sort that is coming to light as it pertains to a relationship or a situation that you, again, and you had to cut one of these out. So whatever that looks like, but I really believe with this moon, the major arcana card, that you know, the emotions are hidden underneath here. And as much as you try to suppress them with the mind, the moon is going to continuously illuminate until you acknowledge it. So this is about, you know, acknowledgement of the moon, that full moon in Libra, that something is blossoming, right? It's kind of like within you, I think that you might be, the moon is shining on this. It was a pink super moon, by the way, too. So it was extraordinary. 15% large, well, 15% brighter and 7% larger than a typical full moon. And this, since it happened in your sign, it's like it's going to be revealed. It's not going to be shadowed anymore. And I think that you are recognizing that this is here and something needs to come to light. So it's kind of what I'm feeling, Libra. So it's kind of interesting. So let's take a look at what needs to come to light. What's happening? What needs to come to light? And what is it that you're trying to suppress? What is it that you need to surrender to? Okay, what does that look like? Let's see what this is. Wow. This is about surrendering into the magic of who you really are, okay? Wow, this is beautiful. So what this talks about to me is that, you know, we all have this beautiful magic in us, right? And it is about even the small little things in life. It can be quite magical. I always find the little things quite magical to me. And so it is about remembering that you just are a magical, you know, soul that is within, you know, a body. You know, it's kind of like, well, your body was... Yeah, so it's really asking you to remember that how unique you really, really are, and that your worth really comes from just being you. So this is about being yourself, Libra, and being the best you that you can, regardless. And you know, to, you know, as well as all of that clear thinking, you are also have emotions as well, that sometimes the light's going to shed on this. And this is saying it's okay to be the magic of who you are, because there's magic and it's what makes you unique amongst any other person out there. And that's what the beauty of this is. We're all a different soul. And, you know, it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's about surrendering to the magic of who you really are. And that is what we call, that's the blossoming, right? And that was the new, that was the supermoon, last night, which from the date, I'm actually doing this on the 8th, it was April 7th, but it is actually the blossoming of something new. And I'm not surprised to see a death and rebirth, because the blossoming of taking place. You see what's so interesting? I almost feel like this is the pink supermoon that's right behind you, that really saw right through and is giving you this death and rebirth, and you know, surrendering again to who you really, really are. I just noticed that that's a pink supermoon, so it's so interesting. And then, since you got the moon card, it's about emotions coming to the surface and something being highlighted. So it's a blossoming of a, of who you really, really are and the magic in you. Anything else that wants to come through for you here? What is it? Surrender to wonder and awe. So this is about being open to the moment and the wonder of life, right? And that attitude is really going to keep you in the flow and the ecstasy of flow of the magic. And it's interesting, you're getting such interesting cards. It's kind of like it's like you can't really grasp them because it's more of a of what you can't see, and it's more of the belief in having faith. So it's like it wants you to surrender to the magic, awe, and as well as the wonder. So it's really coming through rather strong, and that's what I see on the pink supermoon with this pink card, and it's like communication. Here's the blue. And, so it's like, yeah, it's like open to the magic of every moment. And that's, it's really talking about that. Now, you might have Gemini within your sign for some of you, but if not, this is really about believing that magic does exist. And for you to believe in that wonder, awe, and magic. And that's what this is asking for you in this new moon, in the blossoming, the magic within you, that there's magic in terms of your emotions as well. Let's take a look at what vibration are you emitting? Okay, what does that look like? What vibration are you emitting? Okay, let's see what this is. Wow. You're just being who you are, and that's beautiful. 7 of Pentacles. Wow. I've gotten this card a lot, and this is about having faith. This is about a vision of what it is that you want in your life, that you want to grow. You want to plant seeds and you want to see growth. So you've got this vision and this, how you want to do things and what profit looks like to you, an equal exchange of putting something in and getting something out. And that's exactly what I see here. So it's almost as if this is about having faith that it is so, right? Because you see here the 7 is all about faith. Sorry for the glare there, guys. The 7 is all about having faith that what you plant is going to grow. So it's like about, it's having faith in that. And with the 7s, especially the Pentacles, it is all about, having this vision, putting an investment of love, an investment of emotion, an investment of hard work into a person, place, or thing. And that's exactly what I see here. So that's what you're emitting. It's like, okay, if I put my work into something, I want to get something back out of it. And I don't just want it, to be all for nothing, type thing. So let's clarify the 7 of Pentacles. And see what else wants to come out. That's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo type energy. I get the Page of Wands. This is fire energy. Wow. So the pages are all about inspiration and creation. This is an opportunity, a potential for this inspiration and creation. So I think that you're going to be starting something completely new, okay? And it could be an inspiration or creation from someone. It could be a fire sign around you, or it could be that you're just taking on this energy. You've chosen something you really want to put your time, effort, and investment into, and you're going with caution towards it when you're pushing towards that creativity here. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So you're kind of emanating that beautiful, that passion, that fiery energy. And then I get the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about engagement. It's about education, research. It's doing all of this here. 8s is about leveling things out and kind of changing, but it is about education. So you could be going to school. You could be doing the research for this, of something that you want. And again, it's that vision that you have of something that you want to grow and you want to head forth in it very passionately. Okay. That's what I see. So that's kind of what you're emitting right now. What do you need to be more open to receiving? Okay. What does it look like? What do you need to be more open to receiving? What does that look like for you here? Okay. Wow. This wants you to let go and enjoy. It wants you to have a good time. So, I mean, out of the blue, this just wants you to enjoy yourself through this process, okay? Because it's like this starting brand new and watching something grow from the very, very birth of it, right? Because as we mentioned from the very beginning, it all is about that brand new rebirth. It's not just death, it's rebirth. You're going through this rebirth right now, right? And you're really seriously taking a look at something. So it's like really let go and enjoy the process of this, okay? Destiny might be involved here. Let's see, okay? Choose your friends wisely, okay? You want to be around those that love, support, and trust you and just got your back. Anyone else is maintenance, okay? You really want to focus on what those other people that truly have your back. And put yourself around people that are actually doing what it is that you're doing, or have that same mentality or that same energy that you are taking on over here, kind of like this fire energy, doing things and getting results and that type of thing. So that's what seems to want to come into play here. So that's interesting. Wow, very, very beautiful. So what I want to do is let me get out of this. Did this thing again. My computer's acting funny with you, and all of a sudden it just wants to do a few things. So it's kind of like your energy's playing with my computer here. Maybe there is really there's some magic here. So this is interesting. I do want to find out what will come of this when you are more open to letting going and enjoying, choosing friends wisely and moving forward in your passion. What does that look like? What will become of it? Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you, it wants you to surrender to your creativity. This is all about your creativity right now. You are dreaming up something. I don't know if it's a business, if it is something of the sort, or using your creativity in terms of a relationship or situation on how to come forth. So that could be the case. But this is saying to use your imagination in the process. You're so incredibly what's the word that I'm looking for? Intuitive. And so I really believe that there is a lot of ideas that are coming your way. And it's like, creative ideas are about to come into a dream, and it's also going to help you solve some problems. So it's either to solve a problem, you have to be creative, okay, or a challenge. Like I said, maybe you're approaching a relationship or a situation. Or it could be just be creative in your business and something that you want to do. Maybe it's a side hustle you want to turn into a business, kind of that type of thing. But yeah, this is about surrendering to the creativity. And I think this is all about what this is about letting go and enjoying that creativity and enjoy, again, all of this magic, wonder, and awe. I mean, there is a lot of interesting cards, but they're kind of intangible things, right? But it's important because it's coming up in your read. So it wants you to pay attention to those things of which are intangible, because it's going to be giving you answers to what it is you need to do, okay? And that's what I see here. I do want to find out what's the next step that you have to take. What's your leap of faith here? Okay, what does that look like? Let's see what that is. Let's see what that is for you. What is your leap of faith? What is the next step that you need to take? What is it? Oh my gosh. So then you've got a decision to make. You're at a stalemate. Okay, so your leap of faith is to make a decision because you're at a stalemate. You've got the Two of Swords, okay? And this is being indecisive. So this is about making a decision in terms of what path, what lover, what person, and how you want to move forward, or how, what business, whatever that looks like to you. But you're at a stalemate right now. So it's about making a decision. And it's just a different perspective. So just weighing out both perspectives. Think of that one person, place, or thing. How do you feel? How does that energy feel within your body? How does it feel, within your soul? How does it feel, in that connection, right? And then take a look at that other person, place, or thing, and see how the energy moves within you. And you're going to know, almost even based upon that, by the way the energy moves in you. And that is how I feel. But yeah, it's like there is a stalemate, the Two of Swords. Your next step is you've got to make some sort of decision, okay? Wow. Okay. So if someone's coming towards you about something, and your whatever question that you have even before coming over here, this is about, in terms of a decision, says say no. Okay. So there's some sort of decision that you need to make. And one person, obviously, one person, place, or thing you're going to have to say no to, okay? I'm going to pull one more card on this. So for some of you, that's the case. It's about saying no, to repeating a cycle or whatever. What you want to do is to build on solid ground. This is what is important. Person, place, or thing. So if it's a relationship, whatever it is, just want you to build it on solid ground. Otherwise, no, okay, because it's not gonna work, okay, and that's what's gonna be really important, okay. So they want you to build it on solid ground, and that's the next step that you need to take. Whatever you build, you need to build it on solid ground, and you need to approach it in a different way. So just do something different, okay. It does want you to do something different, okay. That's what's coming in. Let's take a look at this other person, because I'm running late on time here. So let's go ahead real quick and do that. What is it? They've got the Strength card, got the baby lamb, and they've got the Strength card. This is beautiful. So it's like, you know, they're really focused on honing in on all of their strength to do what it is that they need to do, and strength to hold up their side, and strength in this relationship or situation. She's got a heart pendant around her, so she's being strong in love. And that's what I feel here. So being very courageous in love. You might be doing with someone who's a Leo or has got Leo in their chart. Let's see what else. Knight of Cups. Wow. So this person perhaps had offered a cup of love, or perhaps this could be you coming to give them a cup of love, but it could be, you know, this person, if you resonate more with this side versus the other, feel free to reverse the messages, guys. But this is the Knight of Cups. It's almost like someone's coming in and offering a cup of love. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces type energy. But there is some sort of knight that's very romantic and very charming that comes in and is very honest. So this person is being very courageous in love. It's a knight, so some of you might have that as well, but this person on this side is being very courageous as it pertains to love. They want love in their life. Then I get the Four of Cups. So the Four is all about stability. This is about contemplating the love that's coming into your life, the page that's coming in. So it's about contemplating that, getting stable and grounded. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces type energy. You know, they might have it in their sign. They're getting grounded and they're focusing on what they want as it pertains to love. And then they get the Nine of Cups. This is being satisfied, being satiated, being just so happy. So this is beautiful. It jumps from the Knight. Well, you got the Four of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups coming to fruition. What this person wants, they're being strong in love, and it looks like they're going to get what they want in love. And they focus their work on the community and enlightening the community, coming together in friendship and unity. So that's what I see here. This is the Three of Cups. So you've got the 3, 4, the Knight, and the this is all water energy over here. I don't know if you've got water in your sign, but I know this person does as well too. But that's what I see. How interesting, Libra. What is it that they need to be more open to receiving? What does that look like for this other person? They need to surrender to inner peace. Okay, so this is about becoming peaceful with themselves and really cultivating that peace on a daily basis. So really taking out meditative moments out of their life and out of their day to get at peace. And others will sense the good vibes, and definitely things will start flowing into this person's life a lot better. And I think that's what's happening since all these cups are coming in. They're being strong in love, and it's obviously what they want, but that's important. What's the next step that they need to take? What's the next step that they need to take? What does that look like? They need to tune out any distractions that are kind of standing in the way. That's going to be key, okay? And they need to change tracks. So whatever they've done before in love, they need to change it in a different way. Kind of similar to you. It's kind of like, you know, choose wisely, do something different, build something more on solid ground, on what you love, that you're passionate about, right? But you're going to have to make a decision, which means saying no to someone, okay? So that's what I see here, which is really quite interesting, okay? And let's see anything else. What's their leap of faith? What they need to do in terms of what's their leap of faith action they need to take. 6 of Cups. Wow, this is about growth. This is about innocence and nostalgia. This is looking back at childhood. So maybe this person needs to change tracks as they see love in a different way. And as they change tracks, I think they're going to get what they want, leaving the past behind and moving to the future, but making sure that the future is solid and different than it was, maybe than they had anticipated before, or moving forward in love differently. Instead of putting, you know, all emotion, and I think it's more about them changing tracks in a little bit. They've grown from that, right? Yeah, they've grown from the heartache. They're changing tracks. They went through a lot of heartache, you know, as it pertains to love as a child, and it's time to change tracks. So they're changing tracks as it pertains in terms of their love and moving forward, right? And they no longer want to be in that kind of like isolation or imprisonment, because I really felt that that's what was happening with this person. They're growing out of that. And it's been a big change. And you might resonate with this side a little bit more. What they had to do is surrender to people-pleasing habits. So about accommodating the other person in the relationship or in the situation. Now they're focused on their own happiness, and that is so key. And that is what comes first for both of you. Just like they said, starting with your passion on your side, building something on solid ground and focusing on whatever your passion is. And surrender to all the awe and the creativity as you build it. So that's exactly what I see. What is it that this person, what does this person want to say to you, and what do you want to say to them? Let's start with what you want to say to them first. Let's see what that is. What do you want to say to them? Okay, here it is. What is it? When you go on and on like that, I feel invisible to you. Wow. Okay. So this one is just, this is about, you know, letting the other person know that they're taking up a lot of space and you want some of it really secretly. So that's what I see. So it's kind of like, you know, it's love about that. So it's really beautiful. So it's kind of like, hey, I want, you know, it's, you know, save some time. You know, there's a little time left for me when you're doing these other things. And I need more time a little bit, you know, within this to kind of, it's like, hey, quit any of the doing the self-absorbing tendencies, and I want you and save a little for me. Aw. Well, that's what I see coming through, and that's kind of what it is in one respect. But let's take a look at this other side. What is it that they want to say to you? Okay. All right. What is it? What is it that they want to say to you? Here it is. I feel embarrassed about how I spoke to you. So they're recognizing maybe some of the ways where they could actually improve in the relationship and the communication as well. And I think that it just takes some communication. What is the best thing for both of you? The best source of advice for both of you in this? They feel embarrassed about how they spoke to you. So they're being vulnerable, okay? So just note that. And they just want you to know the real person, who they are, is what it is. And that's why they say, hey, I feel embarrassed how I spoke to you. This is how I truly am, you know? So anyway, what is it that's going to help you both? What is it here? Purpose. You know what, to know what you're here to do. So each of you having your own purpose, and the purpose of coming together is going to be key. Gosh, guys, this is the longest one I did, so I gotta move on, but I am sending lots of love. Please note your comments below, because I do think it's a purpose for you. Each have to kind of declare your own purpose, and then the purpose of coming together too, okay? So I think it's beautiful. I look forward to seeing you in May, and until then, namaste.